If you want to succeed at SEO, there are three key techniques that if you employ them correctly and they are integrated, I can guarantee you'll be successful with your long-term organic visibility. Welcome back to 100 videos about SEO. I'm going to be sharing with you three simple but foundational techniques for your SEO strategy that you should be employing, you should be integrating. And if everything else has flopped or failed, come back to these three strategies and I can guarantee that they will help you achieve long-term organic visibility. So number one is semantic content clustering or semantic content. Now, what does semantic mean in the first place? So let's go to Google and let's look at what semantic means. The word semantic. Okay, so Google says, relating to a meaning in a language or logic. Semantic is the study of linguistic meaning. It examines what meaning is, how words get their meaning, and how the meaning of complex expression depends on its parts. Now, what does this mean in regards to SEO? Well, you're going to be saying, well, what the hell is going on here? Well, the most important thing you need to understand is that website classification and how websites are identified from search engines like Google or Bing is due to the semantic depth and overlap of your content. Now, there are a lot of other things we can talk about: domain authority, backlinks, your time on site, your traffic to backlink ratio, your backlink to domain authority ratio, and a lot of other different things we can talk about. But if we have to go to the first thing, it is your content clusters. How are they grouped? How are they linked? And how does that relate to what you want to rank for? So you might say the center conversation or topic that you care about, that you want to rank for, that you want to gain organic visibility for, that topic, you need to break it down into content clusters that are semantically linked. And you must do the analysis on your search console, on the pages that are currently ranking on your website, the keywords that you are ranking for, and analyze whether or not you are semantically linking your topics. That is number one. Number two, domain authority and backlinks. Now, this is a massive conversation. I'm not going to get into it on this video. But at a high level, the technique of building your domain authority is absolutely critical. When you build your domain authority, it is also foundational that you understand how to do it in a safe and appropriate manner. Now, if you jump online and buy 100 backlinks from some backlink farm, then probably you're not going to build your domain authority the right way. And very similar to other things in life, what you put in is what you get out. This goes the same for domain authority. So if you are going to consider employing a strategy to building a domain authority, which I hope you are, it's very important that you analyze the best, most risk-free method and you start to build your domain authority and track it. Measure your quality of the backlinks and domains referring to your website. Measure what pages are missing backlinks versus the ones that have them. And build a backlink hierarchy where you can see what pages or what pillar pages you need to build backlinks to versus which ones can organically collect backlinks. There is going to probably be the case that you will need to sponsor or build relationships with other websites to build backlinks. And again, this is a whole other conversation. I don't want to get into it now, but this is the second technique that you shouldn't miss out. If everything else has failed, these are one of the techniques you need to go back to. So first off is semantically linked content clusters. Second is building your domain authority and backlinks. Technique number two is time on site or engagement. Now, technique number three is user experience. Now, user experience and engagement rate is probably the most important aspect, technically speaking, of your website that relates to SEO that you should be focusing on. And the reason being is all search engines, as I talked about in another video, closely look at the relationship between search results, people clicking on the search results, and the time on site. Therefore, if the time on site is very low, then it's not a good signal to the search engines. If the time on site there is very high, then that is a good sign to the search engines. So if you can focus on improving the quality of the engagement or increasing the engagement rate and time on site via your user experience, via your UX analysis and implementation, then probably you are going to increase your rankings or sustain your rankings in time. Now, people just think about this from a website designer perspective, just the colors and the font and the modules and the buttons, and it is way much more than just that. It is a lot more than just the design. It is how you can improve the time on site and engagement rate of a user when they click on the organic search results and find your content. So these are the three techniques which, if everything fails in your SEO strategy, you should come back to. Content clusters and making sure they're semantically linked. domain authority, building your domain authority, including obviously building backlinks, and increasing your user engagement and time on site via your UX. Again, these three techniques are very broad conversations and we can talk about it for hours, but for the purpose of this video, these are the three items that you can focus on if your SEO is failing, to really bring things back and make sure that your SEO succeeds long term and you do gain organic visibility. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next video.